Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So, it happened. Or did it? Bitcoin and crypto dipped today. So, we are at, it's like habit. I want to say 64,000, but we're not at 64,000. We're at $94,000. It's such a habit because I've been saying 60-something thousand for so long. But we're at 94,000, 95,000. So did we really dip today? Well, let's talk about it. We didn't form a new high. We went down a little bit today. So what happened today? And should we be fearful? Let's talk about everything that happened today. Let's do it. Let's do it. And hopefully you guys took advantage. All right. Welcome, 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 guys. We're starting out tonight at, again, it's habit. I want to say 64,000. No, 94,700. All right. Is the bull run over? I just want to laugh at that. No, it is not over. So I'll start out the day with this. So I'm going to go to the daily chart. So first of all, so we started out November 4th. November 4th on a Monday. We were at 66,000. So at the beginning of this month, we were in the 60s. So just to put things in perspective, you know, I was just saying, I'm like so used to saying the 60s. We started out the month, and we're not past November yet. We started out the month in the 60s. So for people that are trying to say, oh my God, we dipped, we dumped today, you guys gotta stop it, okay? You really need to just stop it. Just like get it through your head. We are still in the freaking 90,000 plus category. We went up 50% within a single month. So you need to get it through your head that any little dip that we have is a gift. A pre-Christmas, pre-Santa rally gift, okay? Because we started out the month in the 60s. And going back to Thanksgiving of last year, we are like looking at the 30s, okay? So we are like 200% higher than this time last year. So people that are panicking, you guys really need to chill, okay? And I said this last week too. We were just going too fast. I said this, I actually would like us to stay below 100,000 for quite some time. I know a lot of people, that may be unpopular, but I did say that last week. I'm like, if we surpass the 100,000 this week, it's going to get too nutty. We're going to end the year way too high. And then if that's the case, we actually would probably have a much bigger crash like coming up in January or something because we're just going too fast. So actually, consolidation or little dips here and there is actually good. Gives you guys time to actually load up with Bitcoin and some of the alts, and also give Bitcoin a little time to breathe. So this is actually really good. But again, there are a lot of people that are panicking for no reason. So Bitcoin came down a little bit, just a little bit, tad little bit, which is actually really good. And MicroStrategy came down a little bit more. This is a gift. Even though Saylor went crazy this morning, announced another 5-point-something billion dollars, okay? Another 5.3 or 5.4 billion purchase. Wall Street still sold them today. Ludicrous. Anyone that is selling Bitcoin or selling a MicroStrategy, they deserve to lose. They deserve to lose their gains, lose their life-changing wealth, lose everything that's coming to them because it makes no sense whatsoever, okay? All logic goes out the window selling the best asset that we have, especially in the greatest bull market we probably will see for this asset too. Going forward, I can't stress enough how bullish it's going to be for Bitcoin going into 2025. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Even Jim Cramer turned bullish. And then maybe the reason why, because inverse Cramer is always right. So maybe we got to wait until Cramer turns bearish again on Bitcoin. But, I mean, Cramer even turned bullish on Bitcoin. And, you know, that usually doesn't happen until FOMO hits. But, I mean, if you just look at all the things that are happening right now, all the adoption, all the appointees by the president-elect, and all the things that I've been saying that are coming true, I mean, next year, the landscape is really going to be different. I mean, selling now is probably the most idiotic thing you could do right before this coming year. It really makes no sense. So everyone that is panicking, you know, trying to get out because we saw a little dip, they will be regretting it big time. Big time. When we start moving again, once we start pumping again above 99, 100,000, all those that sold will panic buy back in. Guaranteed. The FOMO train will come back and everyone that sold will be coming back. You see it with the ETFs all the time. All the time. Sometimes you see these massive outflows from the ETFs, and guess what happens? Massive inflows once again. Look at November 14th and 15th. We had two massive outflow days. 400 million, 370 million. Look at the days afterwards. 5 consecutive days afterwards, massive inflows. Think about the idiots that sold those 2 days. They had to buy back at a higher price, right? Same thing. Every single time you have, and this doesn't go back far enough, but before, same thing. You had massive outflows. Then what happens? Massive inflows. Today, it's looking like it's ugly again. 684 million without BlackRock. Maybe BlackRock has an outflow day, but maybe not. A lot of times they don't join in on the outflow. These 2 days, look at it. They still bought. This one was an inflow, no outflow. So BlackRock tends to be like, no, we're not going to sell, right? So we'll see what it is. But a lot of times you'll see days like this. Even Wall Street panics. Like they're like, yeah, we're just going to dump it, right? But then what happens? They FOMO right back in. It just, you know what? You let the paper hands, the lettuce hands, panic sell. The long-term holders, the ones that truly understand this is the greatest asset there is. This is not something that you sell. This is something that you continue to DCA, especially knowing what we know. This is a scarce asset that everyone is trying to get a hold of now, especially the institutions. There's just not enough to go around. I mean, we could tell it's $90,000 each now, and it's only going to get more expensive going forward. You got to accumulate as much as you can while you still can, because it's only going to get more expensive and literally too expensive to accumulate in the future, right? So again, that's why I say any dip is a gift at this point. I really, truly believe that Any dip is a gift, and that's how I'm treating it. And I'll prove it to you guys. I'll even prove it to you guys during Q&A. Moving forward, I'll show you. There are a lot of people that are not lettuce hands. Okay, HUD 8, which is one of the bigger miners out there, they already hold 91,000 or 9,100 in their balance sheet. They want to add more. Of course, everyone's going to say yes, and they're going to probably go add more, right? We know Saylor is going to continue to add more, and they did. But of course, a lot of other companies, even Rumble now. Rumble plans on buying up to 20 million in Bitcoin. Also, they are a large video streaming platform. Not as big as YouTube, but they are one of the bigger ones. People have heard them, so they're going to add as well, right? So you're hearing that every single day. Semler Scientific, they've been adding, so they added another close to 300 Bitcoin, about 30 million. And we know like Metaplanet continues to add. I mean, you're starting to hear it, and pretty soon, next month, who knows? Maybe even Microsoft is going to start adding, right? Again, like I've been saying, everyone wants a piece, and there's not enough to go around. And there is zero reason for anyone to be panicking about Bitcoin at $94,000, $95,000. Especially when I just reminded you guys, at the beginning of the month, Bitcoin was at $60,000. We have literally gone up 50% since the beginning of the month. So get it out of your minds that this is some kind of catastrophe. This is a gift, guys. And we hardly went down. Like we went down like what, 2%, 3%? And the alts too. The alts went down like literally like a few percent. It's actually a really good time to be buying the dip. And here's another reminder why Bitcoin and all the buying and the supply shock, why it's so relevant. Because you know what? Look at how much is bought every single week and how much is mined every single week. Literally 10x, okay, is being bought just by the ETFs alone. And if you add in what MicroStrategy is buying or like what Mara is buying on top of that, it's way more than 10x. It's 20x, it's 30x, right? And this doesn't count what retail's buying, what whales are buying, what countries are buying, what whatever's buying. There's just not enough, guys. There are not enough Bitcoin to go around, which is why this is the only cycle where the reserve of Bitcoin, okay, is going down. You could see it. This is the only cycle where the reserve of Bitcoin is going down because of all the buying. Supply shock is happening. So again, any dip is our friend, is a gift. So you just got to retrain your brain. You got to retrain your brain. I know I used to say that, and people ignored it in the 60s, ignored it in the 50s, in the 40s, in the 30s, in the 20s, and the 10s. You can't ignore that in the 90s now, especially going forward. If we go to 100, 110, 120, and we dip down, right? You can't ignore that anymore. Any dip is a gift. We're going way too high to be ignoring that now. There are just too many accumulation, too many whales, too much going on here, right? Look at this. Look at this. 64,000 Bitcoin accumulated since the beginning of November. That's just one freaking month by wallets that have more than 10 Bitcoin. That's a crazy, staggering amount. Just not enough. Not enough. Not enough to go around, guys. Not enough. A lot of crazy estimates, 280,000 Bitcoin. Some people think that's way too low. It could be higher. It could be 500,000 Bitcoin. Some people think it could go to $1 million. So a lot of people think, hey, buying Bitcoin, there's no point. It's already too high. You can't make any money on Bitcoin. You know what? The way things are shaping up to be for this year, who knows? The supply shock happening, maybe Bitcoin goes up 10x from here. Maybe it ends up the year, ends the year at $1 million. That would be crazy. I don't think it's gonna happen, but what if it does? What if this is a cycle where there's no altcoin season, where all the money just keeps going to Bitcoin? We've never seen that before. It doesn't mean that it can't happen. Maybe everything just keeps on going to Bitcoin. That would be crazy if we don't have altcoin season. I don't think that's going to happen. Obviously, we're seeing liquidity go into altcoins already, but who knows? Maybe altcoins just, they'll go up, but not like the crazy like 100x's that we've seen in the past. Maybe it just keeps on going to Bitcoin. So yeah, don't ignore Bitcoin. That's for sure. Don't ignore Bitcoin. There's just not enough to go around. All right. Now, as for alts, there are some altcoin news, some meme coin news. Today, a lot of people overlooked Robinhood and some listings because today, generally, alts took a little bit more beating than Bitcoin, right? WIF got added to Robinhood. WIF actually didn't do anything today because of slight weakness, just very slight weakness. But when we have FOMO again, WIF will probably do well because they're on Coinbase now on Robinhood. And it does seem like Bonk will probably get added soon too. And Bonk is already on Coinbase. So again, when there's FOMO and you're on Robinhood and Coinbase, that means they're prime targets for pumps. And Pepe's on both now too. So yeah, that probably go do pretty well. What else is there? Phantom Wallet, which is the biggest and best wallet for Solana. They added Base, which is cool. So now you can swap tokens between Base and Solana and access your favorite DeFi NFT apps. And you can buy ETH and USDC right on your wallet. But it has to be Base, the native Base ETH, not regular ETH. So that's the thing, because Base has their own native ETH and USDC. So not like the ETH USDC. So there's a little confusion there. So you have to bridge it, right? So I don't know why Phantom just doesn't support ETH. Anyways. But yeah, as for Solana, their DEX volume is still going crazy, which is good. And Stacks, Stacks recently they've been doing well. I saw that their price started moving. Also, they finished their Nakamoto upgrade and they're getting ready to deploy their synthetic Bitcoin. That's interesting. SBTC. And then you'll be able to use it on a lot of, DEXs. And they're going to try to bridge that to Solana. So you may get SBTC on top of, like, say, Jupiter and Radium, and you'll probably see it in Phantom Wallet too. So that's pretty cool. All right. That's pretty much it. Overall, guys, this is not time to be panicking, okay? Again, when in doubt, zoom out, okay? For anyone that's truly panicking, just to put things in perspective, right here, November 4th, Bitcoin was still 60,000, okay? 60,000 beginning of November. We're not even at the end of November, we're at 95,000. Again, 60,000, 95,000. To put things in perspective. Okay, so no one out there should be panicking. If you're panicking, go ahead and slap yourself in the face a couple times, wake yourself up, and realize that we have come up very, very, very fast. Okay. This is an absolute gift. So do not panic. Okay. See this as a gift and take advantage if you can. Okay. And if you look at it, and even if you really wanted to put things in perspective, our current level is what we hit on November 20th, which is only 5 days prior. So we fell to levels unseen since 5 days ago. But again, you know, outside of Bitcoin, a lot of the alts, you know, it gives you an opportunity because some of the alts did come down, but still not that much. For example, ADA, Cardano, a lot, we know that Cardano is just like suddenly pumped up from nowhere, right? At the beginning of the month, Cardano was at 32 cents. It is now, even with the dip, at 98 cents. Okay, so it literally went up. It's at triple the price. So again, should anyone be panicking? No. But is it a good DCA opportunity? Yes, considering it hit a high of 116 and now you could buy it at 97 cents. So, I mean, this is how you look at it. It's a gift. Now you can buy it for a little bit less than its previous high. But should you be panicking? No, because it's still up like 200% since the beginning of the month. Same thing. Let's look at XRP. At the beginning of the month, it was at 50 cents. It's at $1.45. It's up 200 freaking percent since the beginning of the month. Should you be panicking over a slight dip? No. Even Solana. I saw this morning, someone's complaining, oh, Solana dipped. It's not doing that well. I'm like, really? Solana was at $157 at the beginning of the month. Where is it now? $240. That's not doing well from $150 to $240. Think of it as a gift because recently it did break through its previous high. Not just previous high, its all-time high. Its all-time high was 260. So think of it as a gift. It came down from its all-time high, now sitting at 240. That's a gift. That's giving you an opportunity to buy it at a cheaper price from its all-time high. Think about it that way, right? Rather than see it like, oh, it dipped down. Why is it bad? Hey, you get to buy something at a lower price now, something fantastic. It's a gift, right? So that's how you got to see it. There's too many people that are like, oh my God, the world's ending because we haven't formed a new high. That you can't think about it. How you make money is by buying low and selling high. Buy the dips, sell high. It doesn't mean that you have to go all in, right? But little accumulation, little DCA over time, that's how you do it. That's why I do my DCA portfolio with you guys. I've been doing that for 3 years now, you know? It's been down and now it's just like going upwards, right? That's the whole point of doing that. All right, let's do some Q&A. All right, let's see. Let me scroll up. Let's see if I missed anything. Art OJ, hello. Sharon Hearing says just bought more Bitcoin. Congrats. That's the right way to do it. Let's see. You need a napkin. You look like I'm sweating. I did come back from the gym, so getting good workout. All right. You're being banned. Alex Becker on Solana. Sender on Solana is making big moves. Okay, you're getting put in a timeout. Do you believe in bet for this bull run? They have been coming up recently. I just don't like the direction they're going because they're like going all sustainability stuff. I like to see them go more like DeFi or DePIN or gaming. You know, eventually they'll get there. Geo, is Filecoin going to revisit all-time high? I don't know. I honestly don't know. A lot of random coins have been moving, so maybe they will. Hopefully they will. Dustin says, I opened BitUnix and follow Alpha 1. Good for you. I'm going to start posting more. Like I this morning I talked about optimism and I showed Solana. And I think I was right on both. I'm going to follow up on those and post some wins. I'm going to do a lot more on Alpha first. I'm not the most technical guy, but I do follow like patterns and things that I see. And so far, it's been working out. And you know, it's been working. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Are you still bullish on Big Red? I'll say I'm neutral, but they are doing good things into horse racing. It's a real deviation from what they were doing. If it works, great. They're doing something very different from all other memes. They're into RWA. So if it really works, then I applaud them because they're doing something different than anyone else. So again, if it works, it works. Can cake reach all-time high? I haven't heard anyone ask me about cake. They're the biggest. I don't hear anyone talk about BNB or Binance Smart Chain anymore. Honestly, it's lost all its mojo. Everyone is on Solana now or Base. No one talks about Binance Smart Chain, so I don't know if cake is going to do that well. Ricky says, plan on selling some of my Coinbase stock to buy MicroStrategy. I want to put 5K. Do you think it could do a 5X? MicroStrategy, I don't know. I think next year it could do even better, like 10X. But, you know, who knows? I tend to be very bullish on MicroStrategy. But that may be overly optimistic. So I may be overly, you know, bullish on MicroStrategy, but I think it could do a 10X. Michael, opening longs today. I open a lot of longs. In fact, you know, I open up my BitUnix just to prove to you guys I do say what I do. So I'm just gonna show you guys. All right. I'm a real degen, but I'm proving to you guys I actually do what I do. So I have I've been buying and averaging down on my longs today. So I'm a little under on my optimism, but this is my second trade. I actually closed out a pretty good one. But I have the optimism link slightly up. Pretty good one on Bitcoin. And then I have slightly up on Sol, slightly up on Avalanche, slightly up on Stellar, XRP, and ADA. So, you know, overall, not bad. I was down earlier today, but then I kept putting a little bit more margin, and, you know, DCA'd basically. And now I'm mostly up, right? It's not a great day today, just like a slow moving day. On most days, I catch the momentum and they move. Usually one of these, you'll see like a huger spike, and I'll ride the momentum and make a ton on one of them. But today is just like a really slow day. But yeah, so that's what I do all day. Yeah. If Bitcoin, this one is a huge one. I got 35,000 on this, on the Bitcoin one. I'm writing it up. So if Bitcoin comes back up, which I think it will, probably by tomorrow, it'll probably come back up to like 96, 97, unless it keeps going down. If it does, we'll see. Like if tonight, if I sense that it's going to continue to go down more, I'll close it and then I'll reopen another one tomorrow. But I'm sensing that this is the low, like the 92.8. I'm sensing this is the low for today. I don't see it. I don't see us breaking below that. But, we'll see. Thoughts on SNEC, top 50 this cycle. I don't know. There's a chance. Top 50 would be hard, but there's always a chance. Natalia, volleyball class of 2026. Okay, thanks. Oleg took some profits on ETH and bought more AVAX and XRP. Okay, I don't know how you would take profits on ETH because ETH didn't really move, but congrats. I don't know how you took profits on ETH. Like, how did you take profits on ETH when it's still down? But, congrats. Like, literally, again, like, look at this. Again, to put things in perspective, anyone that has any notion that like, oh my God, the world's ending because we dipped, just go on CMC and sort by last 7 days. Just sort by last 7 days. Look at how far we have come on some of these gains. Stellar, 115%. Sandbox and Decentraland's 86, 49%. Polkadot, Celestia, Phantom, all in the 30s. Little, Cardano, Cosmos, Axie, XRP, all in the high 20s. Optimism, Arbitrum, all these. Even VeChain, EOS, Polygon, going all the way down in the 20s. Avalanche in the 20s. This is even after today's dip, right? Like these are all high 10s. So again, to put things in perspective, today's dip was nothing. The only thing you could think about is, hey, today, a little dip. If you missed out on any of the climb, any of the pumps, any of the craziness that we had last week, today's a buying opportunity. Not to say that, hey, today's the ultimate buying opportunity. Who knows? Maybe the rest of this week, because it is Thanksgiving week, low volume, maybe we do have more sell-off, but it's not a bad opportunity. When you DCA, it doesn't mean you go all in. I think that's one of the problems. A lot of people just go all in, and then if it dips more, they're like, oh my God, I should not have done that. That's the thing. You just don't know. You don't DCA everything. Maybe just a little bit. And then see what happens. That's the whole point. That's why you go a little bit, because if it goes lower, then you go more, right? You just don't know. But today's not bad. Like some of these alts are like 4, 5, 6%. Badry. Do you think 1XRP will go to 750 in 2025? That's a little crazy. It could. 750. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. That's a little crazy. Maybe $5. IOTX. That's a really old one. I don't really know much about it. I haven't heard anything recently about it. I'm not gonna check out Chill Kid. No, I'm not gonna check it out. Heath. My plans for this cycle are Bitcoin Sol MSTR stacks thoughts. Solid. It's solid. Sounds good. Lofty and Sui is pumping hard. Great. Great. Did you see our article on Stream Magazine? Yeah, I'm one of the founders, equity partners of the street. So, yeah, I get published all the time. I didn't see it on Yahoo Finance, but yeah, they're on there regularly. So me, Altcoin Daily, Mario, and Scott were like the founders, and then now there's like more contributors. They're kind of like the co-founders, but yeah, I've been a contributor for a while. In a real World War III scenario, what would happen to crypto? It would go to zero. Let's not kid ourselves. If there's a real World War III, everything would go to zero. Stocks would go to zero. The only thing that matters in World War III is food and ammunition and shelter. That's really it. Food and water, ammunition, and shelter. The basic essentials. Money doesn't matter. Stocks don't matter. Bitcoin doesn't matter. Everything's going to go to zero. It's Armageddon. So let's not kid ourselves. Even gold does not matter. People think like, oh yeah, gold's going to matter in an Armageddon or apocalypse. No, it's not. Whoever has the most bullets, that's going to matter. Let's not kid ourselves. You could try to like knock someone out with a bar of gold. That's about it. A bar of gold is not going to be worth nothing. Hey, XRP is going up still. See, this is how I trade, in case you guys want to know. Like, I look at the very short time frames. Like, generally speaking, I look at like 15.5. So like right now, it's clear that like XRP is making a good trend upwards right now, right? So that's looking good. Like Stellar also, both of them look pretty good. See, like Link right now does not look good, right? It's kind of like in a down direction. ADA's okay. Optimism right now does not look hot in the 5 minutes. So this is something that I would not be trading. I have my long position on this. Does not look good. I may just close it out. It doesn't look like optimism may come back. Avalanche in a 5 minute also does not look good, although it might change because look at the RSI and stochastic is bottoming out. So that may change. But again, the overall direction is downwards, probably because on the 15th it's still going down. So overall direction is not good. So playing Avalanche would not be good. Solana overall is not looking good on a 15-minute either. So this is kind of like how I look at it. So ADA, not looking that good either. Some of these are just not looking good, but like on a shorter time frame, I would say these are playable. Overall, today is just not a really good playing day, like not really a good trading day. If Bitcoin comes up though, if there's a little bit more momentum with Bitcoin, then everything's going to start going up. If World War III breaks out, I'll be emptying my bank on crypto. Wait, what do you mean? Are you going to buy more crypto or you're going to sell all your crypto? AVAC. I don't get that. Are you going empty my bank on crypto so you're going to sell all your assets and put it on crypto? Is that what you mean? Hawk Crypto. Getting back in shape. Just been super busy. Hope all is well. Hey, Hawk. Yeah, everything's going well with IFC. Love to see you get involved. So you just let me know when you're ready. Can you link your new X account, not the CryptosRUs? Oh, Alpha One. You can just search for it. Just call Alpha One. Yeah, I'll just search for it right now. Yeah, I forgot to put it in the description. I should just put it in the description. All right, I pinned it to this chat. Not everything on Alpha One is written by me. My guys Josh and Noah, they post too, but I think you'll see when I post something. And again, I'm not gonna be 100%. You know, no one's gonna be 100%, but you know, I try to do my best, and I'm not gonna try to overload on everything too. Just some. You know, I'm not gonna be like perfect on everything. I don't know how XRP will get liquidity from XRPL. I can't see XRP going parabolic, but I still hold it. Well, I mean, look at XRP right now. It went parabolic already. Look at that. That's pretty parabolic if you ask me. That's like a 3x within, you know, a month. You just never know. You know, sometimes crypto doesn't need logic. It just does it. It just does. Can you look at OLAS? What I have no idea what OLAS is. I really don't. I have no idea what OLAS is. Do you need KYC for BitUnix? No. That's why I use I'm in the US, but you know, BitUnix you don't need KYC, you don't need to use a VPN, nothing. It's open to everyone, and I trust me. I live on their mobile app. Like I'm on there, literally, 12 hours a day. The first thing I do when I wake up, I check my trades. Last thing I do, I check my trades. I'm checking it during. I'm addicted to it, and it's not in a good way. Like I've been too addicted to it, but like. I'm damn good at it now. That's the thing. I'm damn good at it. I'm making too much from it. That's why I'm like so addicted to it. It's just like, you know, in a bull market, at least it's easy for me to spot these patterns. In a crypto winter, I've tried and it just like kept losing and losing and losing. But now it's just much easier. Man, stop asking me to check out these memes, man. They go up and down, you know. There's nothing to check. You ask me to check something, the chart shows it's going up. What am I going to say? It's like, it's either going to show it's going up or it's going to go down on memes. I can't say anything about the fundamentals or anything because there's nothing to say about memes. It's either going to go up or down. There's no news, there's no technology, there's no partnerships, there's no leadership. There's nothing to say about the memes, so don't ask me about memes. Especially the new ones that could rug anytime. What is the maximum leverage you use? You know, one thing I've learned is don't go too greedy. Sometimes, like Bitcoin, I'll go a little higher because Bitcoin doesn't move as much. But like the others, I tend to try to stick with like 5 or lower. But even 5 sometimes is like rough. Like even 5 you could get like really bad, like really fast. So if you're starting out, just do like, seriously, just do like 2 or 3 max. 3 max. You should just do 2. If you're starting out, just do 2. And then if you get more experience, maybe like 3 or something. But like seriously, with alts or memes especially, going like 4 or 5 gets crazy sometimes. You could get liquidated really fast, even with like 2. I may just close this Bitcoin one before it goes negative. Like right now it's like 94. It's starting to turn red. I still have like 2,500 on this. I might just close it out before it goes down. Yeah, I just closed that out so I could lock that in at least. I got some XLM, XRP. You know, sometimes you're not going to win on all these. Sometimes if it's just like, you know, like a few dollars, you might as well close it so that you don't lose. All right, I'm closing out some of these smaller ones. All right. Only thing I have left is optimism. So I think this one, I'm down 2,000. I got to make a decision if I double down, if I'm going to keep averaging this or not. I've been following since 2021. Thanks for guiding us through this space. It's been a wild journey. Thanks again. You're welcome, Mike. Matthew, portfolio hit 6 figures, 69% BTC, rest in big caps, some gaming AI memes. What's my realistic upside? Realistic was 70% in Bitcoin. I mean, I don't know. 5x. Mix it with AI memes. 5x is possible. Definitely. But Unix, normally, when you first do it, first of all, be careful. Don't do cross order. Try to do isolated. And also, it's always limit. Change it to market. At least that's what I do. I don't ever do limit orders. I always do market orders. Cardano or Solana, which should I pick? They're both good. Solana is, you know, one of my favorites. Cardano, you know, is hyped up right now because of this relationship with, you know, with Doge Initiative, and they have a partnership with Stellar and XRP. So, you know, so it's like, you don't have to pick one or other. Why don't you go with both? There's nothing wrong with both. You know, like, you know, I think I personally love Solana way better, but you know, Cardano definitely has moved more recently, so it could still have a huge upside for sure. See, like right now, I would show you guys how I would trade, but like everything is just so boring. There's like literally nothing that's moving. If there was something moving, I would show you guys, but like there's literally nothing moving right now. Normally there will be something moving, but there's nothing moving right now. So that's okay. All right, guys. I think that's good. Anyways, do not get discouraged, guys. Bitcoin is not down and out, okay? It's down a little bit. Take advantage. Buy the dip if you can, or just sit it out. Just sit it out. It's fine. Just keep in mind, consolidation is good. Dips are our friend. Dips are gifts. Okay? This is nothing considering we started a month at $60,000. And same thing, all the alts, some of them have gone up 200% since the beginning of the month. So think of it as a gift. And who knows, tomorrow we may be right back up to 99,000. Right? So stay strong, my friends. Take advantage if you can. And I'll see you guys tomorrow bright and early, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right. Have a good night, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.